All right, time to open up a package from Home Depot. I ordered the privacy fence panels that I'm going to use on the deck. I actually need two panels. I ordered one 8 foot wide by 4 foot tall. So hopefully this will be able to cut it in half. I don't really know. I've never tried this before, but I'm hoping to make both panels out of this one section of plastic fencing. That is my plan. And it's all wrapped. See if I can just open her up so y'all can see what we got. All right, so these are the actual fence panels. They go together just like any tongue and groove board. So the plan is to get it as wide as I need it and trim off the end. Okay, so I think that should work. So there should be enough of these to span 8 feet in total. Put my sharp tool over here because it ain't here. But put all the fence panels one side. At the bottom is the actual upper and lower rails. Yeah, they actually even call this privacy panel white. Now this is a Barrett Outdoor Living. It's not the same company. I did see a Made in the USA label on it though, I thought. Tennessee it came out of. So ordered it through Home Depot, like I said. So I think on the packaging it actually said Made in the USA. Anyways, it's a Tennessee company. No, it was shipped out of Tennessee, but it's a, oh no, it's in accordance with Florida Building Code, whatever. So Miami-Dade County. Yeah, Barrett Outdoor Living though. White PVC fence panel. They have 8 by 8 panels too. I needed a 4 foot panel. Actually, I need it shorter. I need it to be, oh, probably, it's going to come out to be 32, about 40 inches. So I'm going to be cutting these down in height as well as getting the width I need. Should be able to do that no problem, because when I get down to it, I believe, when I looked at the pictures online, because I've never seen these panels in person, I believe the top and bottom rails are also tongue and grooved, where the actual panels fit into the groove. Oh yeah, there it is. Might be a little difficult to see from there, but let me pull one out of all the wrapping. Right, so, and I'm looking to see how the end things connect as well. But then you see this is the groove, and the panel just pops right down in there. And so I can make this as wide and as tall or short, as the case may be, as I need. It's 4 foot. It came in a 4 foot height. I'm going to cut it down. So that's great. This will be perfect for that. And get rid of all this packing material first off. Then I'll go get a measurement of the panel. These are some edge pieces I probably will not use, but you know what? If I had 2 more of them, that'd be perfect. Then I could really set the sides nicely. But yeah, always lots of packing material. Cut that down and put it in the recycle and start building the panel. Today I'm working on the privacy panels for the deck. This is actually it was two 8-foot rails, but I bought one 8-foot panel, so I'm going to cut it into two sections. This will be the top and bottom of one section, and I just cut it over on the compound miter saw with the 80 tooth blade, so did a really nice clean cut. And this will be for the other section. Both sections are under 4 feet, so I could do both sections with one fence panel. So right now I have just the top and bottom cut and ready to start putting together some of the panels inside these grooves. The plan is also probably to trim some of the height off so that the fence panels or privacy panels match the baluster rail system that I'm putting around the rest of the deck. For hanging the rail brackets, the bottom one I did first, and I used my blocking to set my height. Then I laid the rail across with the bracket on it, marked my line, pulled the bracket out of the way, or pardon, pulled the rail out of the way so I could put the screws in, just like on the top one. Then I set my panels in to get the height of the top rail. Set the top rail on it with the brackets, mark the top here, then pulled the top rail off so I could put the screws in. Notice the U cup is pointing up. Basically the only way you can do it. Now the next thing I'm going to do is set all my pickets in a row and then place the top rail on top, connecting it all into place. And there's one completed panel. Not bad for an amateur. So there'll be another panel here, so our good neighbor next door don't have to look at us chunky dunking. So, and then this right here will just be a couple of balusters, so open. As you come back around here, this will all be balusters. And I finally have all the gear, all the parts to put all these in, so maybe I'll be able to do it this weekend. Maybe not. Before installing the second panel, I wanted to show you the various parts. This piece is just a trim piece so you don't see the groove or the tongue on this side, and just gives it a nice finished edge. It also allows you to take up small gaps at the end of your fencing. If you'll notice the way these brackets work, I mentioned yesterday that they had to be drilled into the posts first, then the top rail is going to hang in it. Well, in order for that to fit over the top rail, you have to notch the first fence panel and the last fence panel. This is also notched, but I can't get it apart right now. You'll see the notch there, so that your rail mount or hanger will fit inside. And then the bottom rail just sits in the hanger like this. So let's go out and hang it. Well, it's back to working on the deck for today for the poverty pool, and we're going to be installing balusters in a couple sections. I still don't have all the balusters I need for the deck. Here we are, late October. It's not going to get done. It's going to get done this winter, but I'll be happy if I get it done before Thanksgiving. Actually, that would be good. At least wise have the balusters done. Still awaiting parts, but I got a couple sections worth of parts that I can put into it, balusters and the actual little mounting studs. for doing that. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so I had to order some exceptionally long ones. These are 40-inch balusters, just for that portion of the deck that has the step down. We wanted the top of the rails to be all equal all the way around the pool, which made the step down to be a little bit longer. These are actually longer than I need. I need a 38.5, so I got to cut 1.5 inches off each of these. So I will be doing that probably with a hacksaw or a reciprocating saw, because the only bandsaw I have is well, I could use it. It's a manual handheld unit. I'd like to have something that was on a table, but I do not have one. So all my balusters will have a 5-inch spacing, and I've measured that out on this board to get an equal spacing across. And I'm going to transfer those markings over to, this is the bottom rail and top rail of the section I'm working on. Got a pencil, like I said, I've already marked these out to put them 5 inches on center. And so just make a little tick mark. What ends up happening is the 2 outside ones are going to be 3 inches. And then I end up with 1 baluster dead center. I could have shifted it over and went off the center. That would have made it a 5.5-inch spacing, which is just a little bit too wide. I mean, a little kid's probably not going to get their head through there, but maybe. And then once again, I have this Craig jig that I'm just using as my depth set to get the center of the 2x4 marked out. And right now, you know, I got a PVC railing system going on, but I could not find a sleeve for the 2x4s in time, so I just painted these. I will still be on the I'll still be on the lookout for some PVC sleeves for these 2x4s, so I won't have to maintain and paint them. So if anybody out there watching knows where I can get the PVC type sleeving that I can put over these 2x4s, please leave it in the comments, and I will go back and redo this. I think it'd be well worth the work of taking it down and putting it back up. Okay, so I have my, what do I got? Like 9 holes that or 9 points that I have to drill. These are, I'll give you a close-up look. These are the mounting posts for the balusters. So basically what you end up with is that, and then bring in the baluster, and then that would fit right into there like that. I don't want to put it all the way in, this would be hard to get out. But then see, it's got a little screw hole that you would use the screw hole to, I put my baluster down, use the screw hole to attach that to the 2x4. Pretty simple. All right, so I got 18 for this one section. I shouldn't even have to really do anything special to like pre-drill or anything like that, but I could do, we'll just see how it goes with the first couple. I got these on Amazon. I think I bought those balusters on Amazon too. There's the company. Got them on Amazon. These are just a straight one, but you can buy the type for stairs. I don't think this comes with that. Some of these come with both the straight and then the stair adapter, but I believe this is just the straight ones. I already have some for the stairs, an older kit that I got from the original baluster set. So, anyways, yes, I got the little cross mark that I made. There you go. That should be all there is to it. I'm going to have to dump a few of these out just so I can get to the screws. The screws are all sunk to the bottom. But if I didn't say that, this whole kit, which is what, 100 pieces? I think it was 100 pieces. Not marked. I think it's 100 pieces per. I have 100 balusters, and it takes 2 of these connectors per baluster, so I bought 2 of those kits. So that should be enough. But it came with the screws and the plug, I guess you'd call it. I don't know what you call it. Yep, that came off. That's why sometimes it pays to pre-drill a hole, because your screws will want to walk on you. Let me try to force it in there. Nope, it doesn't want to go. Definitely went off course. Whoop! Out of control. Alright, well, I'm going to get because I don't want these screws to be out of center, because that'll make the baluster part crooked. Let me get another drill out with a bit. Doesn't have to be much. Oh, there you have it. So that would be, this is actually the top one down here, but we'll just show you what it's going to look like. Probably out of your picture frame, but then something like that. Just need to cut these down to length 38.5. And rather than marking and measuring each one, I decided to, well, clean up my mess so I can make room for this other project, part of the project. I made a jig. Pretty simple jig. Just a piece of old fencing material. Put a stop on the end of it here. A trough for the baluster to sit in, so it sits on the stop between there. And this is measured out to be exactly the 38.5. So all I have to do is run my saw right down there 18-20 times, and I will have all my balusters cut. I will probably add a clamp to keep it from moving. I think that would probably be a good idea. And yeah, it should take no time at all, just whip those up. I didn't show you me cutting the first one, just in case it was a complete fail, but it was a complete success. So basically, I got my reciprocating saw. This was the first one I cut off to the side. I'm only taking 1.5 inches off of these, but now I got a groove. You see where it's saving the time right off the bat with the not having to measure every time. I'll just cut up this box of 10, put this railing in, and then I'll worry about the next set. But now that I have a jig, I can go right back to it anytime I want. Got more of it. And done. Oh no, I cut it too short. Just kidding. Help me! I've been falsely accused! Said a politician never. Alright, look at there. Getting somewhere. Alright. I think I'll set this over here like this. Get some of this out of the way. The lighter the wood, the easier it is to work with, yeah? I will need to put the post brackets back on, but for now, let's just take a look at what we got. Oh, come on. This is hard right here. Basically start at one end and have it leaning out at an angle. Ah, that's what you keep running into though. Yeah, it's a frustrating part right through here for sure. Actually, once I put this together, I think I will put a cargo strap on it to hold it together because I don't want to keep going through this. Oh. Here we go. I'm going to pause before I lose my cool. Finally, I did lose my patience. I did throw stuff. I did use foul language. But finally, so I ended up using a cargo strap to hold this in together while I kept that end spread out and slowly moved the strap across till I was able to close it in. Once I employed the strap, no more issues of them falling out every time I tried to put the next one in. This was the way to go from the beginning. Now I just need to put my post hangers back on, which these are what those look like. Went over that earlier in the video. So we'll just get those screwed back on. Oops. Got a loose screw. Guess we already knew that. And so you don't have to look at my backside, I'll just turn the working piece around. There you see the post hangers are on the rails. All right, ready to be permanently attached to the pull deck. This here's the gate kit I picked up. I got it at Home Depot, and pretty simple. This the way this bracket is designed, it gives a nice square fit for the most part. I've already put a lot of it together, but a few things I wanted to point out with it. You do the top and bottom rails first per the directions on the back of the box. They provide a tapered screw. Oops. Of course, I just dropped it. They provide a tapered screw like that, right? All the metal surfaces are flat. They are not pre-drilled or pre-tapered to receive the tapered head. So what I like to, and you can drive it in like that and it'll work, but you end up with a little space where the head's not going all the way in. So what I like to do is I take a bit like this, metal bit, and just pre-drill for all the heads to countersink into the metal. So like here, I haven't done one yet, and I'll just take, well, I haven't done the one here yet either. I will just take my drill and run that in until that's set to the point where the screw will ride in there flush. And that still needs to come out a little bit more. But that's what I've done on all the screw holes so that the screw sits flush. When the 2x4 sits into this space, it doesn't change the dimensions of the gate at all. So I have laid this out so that I will be able to use the 26-inch balusters. I have set my side rails to the same height as my balusters so that I'll be able to put these balusters in between the top and bottom rails, and that'll be my gate. It'll look something like that when I'm done. Anyways, do a little more assembly and show you the finished product. Now with the gate hung on the posts, I bought this here Everbuilt gate latch. I also got this at Home Depot. And the reason why I bought the gate kit from Home Depot is they were the only ones who had it in town. I paid about 35 bucks for it, and I think I paid about 10 bucks for this latch. Could I got it cheaper on the old Amazon? Maybe, but I wanted it for this weekend. This is Thanksgiving weekend, so wanted to get this finished up. Even though the pool's closed, I still wanted to get the gate and railing system finished, so we'll go install this. This says self-adjusting to compensate for 1/2 inch of gate sag. So we should not have any problems with that, but this was a little bit longer latching system, so I thought it was going to be a good one. It comes in multiple pieces. We're going to see how it holds up over time, but we can always replace it if need be. But it looked like a good one on the shelf, so we're going to go with it. Finally done. And yes, the pool's covered. This was the Thanksgiving weekend that I was able to finish this last section of railing coming down the steps, build a gate. That's all I was waiting to do. So now, skirting. Probably not going to do anything this winter for skirting. Please ignore this mess. The tree is down. There'll be a whole different video on tree and mulching and gardening, whatever, maybe. Anyways, looks good. The missus is happy. She's happy, I'm happy. Be an update next spring when the skirting gets done. Thanks for watching.